the little LBGTQSers and who all they are, don't have jobs. You understand, right? They smoke weed.
Really? Wait, what was LBGTQSers all smoke weed and don't have jobs? Interesting supposition. This is Shane Vaughn. If you're unfamiliar, he is a Trump prophet. You know, there's a belief in Christianity that Jesus will come back and fulfill his role as Son of Man, take control of the earth and create a kingdom, and you know, all that other stuff. Well, Shane Vaughn is one of those people that believes that Donald Trump is going to fill Jesus' role as the Son of Man. A substitute Messiah, if you will. I'm not even joking. This clip, if you're unfamiliar, this is from mid-August 2022.
What is the prophetic seal that Yahweh placed upon Donald Trump and upon his true people? It is supernatural prosperity and blessings.
So if you're doing well, if you're succeeding in life, it means that God approves of what you're doing. And Shane Vaughn is filthy rich and famous now as a Trump pastor, so he must be right. That's his reasoning.
That's the prophetic seal. The ring of God, when he touches your life, there will be unparalleled blessings that will come into your life that you didn't ask for, you didn't create. You're just anointed for that season, and the evidence of it is on the prosperity of the nation and the people. Donald Trump carries the prophetic seal of the calling of God. He is Joseph.
So that's some of his theology, his Trump theology laid down. A lot of it is based on a guy named Kim Clement, who claimed that Donald Trump would be the president for 2 terms. He made the claim in 2007, I think. Donald Trump had been talking about running for president for like a really, really long time. And the claim from Clement was real thin. He said Trump will be a trumpet to the people or something. And that was interpreted to mean Trump is going to run for president or some other nonsense. Anyway, Shane Vaughn is laying down theology here. So if somebody is prospering, if they're successful, it means God favors what they're doing and who they are. And Shane Vaughn is successful. And that means God approves of him. Donald Trump is successful. He has like a ton of money, even though he got it by scamming people out of it, like that whole NFT thing. You remember that? That means he must be like, you know, God approves of what he's doing.
If you are anointed by Yahweh for a specific plan and purpose, you are a Messiah.
Trump is a Messiah.
Yeshua was the Messiah of mankind, but Donald Trump is the Messiah of America.
There's a big, complicated theology I'm not going to get into right now, but it basically requires the founding fathers to have been Jewish and for Donald Trump to be Jewish. Quick note before we continue, I want to let you know I just wrote a book. If you want to check it out, owenmorgan.com/book. It's a book about my experiences within Jehovah's Witnesses. It's completely understandable if you know nothing about Jehovah's Witnesses. And if you're a Christian, it's a good reference to use for why Jehovah's Witnesses are wrong about their interpretation of the Bible. The last chapter of the book is 100 questions that I have for the governing body. I'm selling the last chapter separately as its own separate guide if you guys want to get that too. So check it out, owenmorgan.com/book. I'd appreciate that. Shane Vaughn believes that the tribe of Judah lived in Judea, Judea, and in 586 when Jerusalem was destroyed by Nebuchadnezzar. The Judeans were taken captive as slaves. King Cyrus freed them in 538. They rebuilt the temple in 515, so on and so forth. But the other tribes to the north that were in Israel, not Judea, but Israel, the other tribes, they went up over the Caucasus Mountains. And the moment that they crossed the Caucasus Mountains, they turned white, you know, because apparently that's the cutoff, I guess. Anyway, they went over the Caucasus Mountains and then the British Isles, and then they became the Anglo-Saxons. And that's who the founding fathers were. They're Jews. That's what he believes. Of course, he's wrong, dead wrong about all of it. But that's the theology, effectively, in a nutshell, if you were curious. Now, I wanted to explain all of that to lead to this. This clip was released early March 2024, and Shane Vaughn explains why God sent Donald Trump. Okay?
The only way that God can correct an extreme is to send an extreme.
So, in a second, he's going to say that Barack Obama was the extreme. So Barack Obama did all of this damage, quote unquote, to the country. All of these extreme things to the country, you know, by being black, I guess. And an orange person, I guess, had to come in and fix all of the extreme changes that this black guy did, okay? Quick interjection, this won't take long. If you like what I do, I'd appreciate it if you watch the video to the end. YouTube bases video reach off of watch time, so watching even an extra minute makes the video go further. Liking and subscribing goes a long way too. Finally, it would be awesome if you guys checked out my Patreon. All links are in the description, of course. Okay, back to the video.
And that's why he raised up Donald Trump, because Satan had raised up Barack Hussein, gay, raised by transgenders, Obama.
Wow, that's a long name. Is that his real name? Barack Hussein, gay, raised by transgenders, Obama. There are conspiracy theories in there that I haven't heard, and I thought that I'd heard all of them. He thinks that Obama was raised by trans people? I mean, I've heard the conspiracy theory that Michelle Obama is trans. That poor woman. I feel so bad for her having to go through everything that the right puts her through. It's just disgusting. Yeah, I have heard of Barack Obama's wife, Michelle Obama, being trans, but not his parents. What? Like Ted Nugent talking to Kyle Rittenhouse here?
How are you doing? I'm doing okay right now. I'm just
This is This is March 31st, 2023, by the way.
a little upset with what I'm saying right now going on in this world.
Because what they're doing to Trump is another example. What they did to Jacob Chansley when it's on film that the police
Talking about the QAnon shaman.
welcomed him into the Capitol. If the police welcome you into a building, who could possibly charge you with trespassing?
Jacob Chansley was invited into the Capitol by police officers. Is that what he said? I'm sorry, man. Like, I'm going, this is like fractals upon fractals. Like, I'm going like 3 levels deep into subject here, but I really feel like I need to disprove this one. So we've got video here of some people who showed up with gloves to bust the windows in at the Capitol. See? Turn it down here. So the person busts the windows in, they climb in, right? You see him climbing in, don't you? And then they walk around the other side, and they unlocked the door for the people so that they could get in. That wasn't the police unlocking the door. That was the people who just broke the window to climb in that unlocked the door. Now, who do we see walking in the crowd but Jacob Chansley? You see his horns there, the QAnon shaman? Doesn't seem like police let this guy in. But again, like, that's not even the point here. Anyway, the point here, though, is that Ted Nugent is just a terrible person who spreads conspiracy theories about the Obamas regularly. They didn't let Jacob Chansley in. Rioters busted a window in and then unlocked the door for him. So,
Absolutely. And then I see this going on with Trump, and I'm just like, I can relate in a way. I see this political prosecution, and
you mean persecution?
it's upsetting because they're doing this to a president,
A good man.
a good person.
Donald Trump is a good man. Well, I mean, it doesn't really surprise me coming from the guy that wrote that song, Jailbait. Isn't that the song that Ted Nugent wrote? Again, we're going fractals. We're going down these these rabbit holes because I really want to talk about some of this stuff. This is not the main point. This is supposed to be about Shane Vaughn, but dude, how can you resist talking about Ted Nugent and all of the ridiculous, crazy stuff he says? Okay, yeah, Jailbait is the name of the song by Ted Nugent. I've got no inhibitions, so keep your keys out of your ignition. I steal a car like I got the curse. I can't resist the old lady's purse. Jailbait, you look so good to me. Jailbait, won't you set me free? Jailbait, you look fine, fine, fine. I know I've got to have you in a matter of time. If you don't know what jailbait is, it's an underage girl. Underage girl, you look so good to me. Underage girl, won't you set me free? That's basically what this is saying. Well, I don't care if you're just 13. You look too good to be true. I just know that you're probably clean. There's one little thing I gotta do to you. That is, you know what? It speaks for itself. I don't even need to add commentary to that. You now know what type of person Ted Nugent is. He wrote that song. He wrote the lyrics to it, and he sang it. I don't care if you're just 13. You look too good to be true. Jesus Christ. Now let's listen to his horrific, disgusting demonization of the Obamas.
Well, you know, I went through this anti-justice system at the hands of Barack Obama. Barack Obama, you punk.
I don't even know what he's talking about. He went through the justice system. I mean, if he went through the justice system, I just had to guess, just knocking one out there. I would guess it might be because of some thing he did with an underage person. But I don't know. I have no idea.
You horrible anti-American, communist, Islamic terrorist. Well, that's going to go in the media. That's what he was. He literally reignited racism in America.
Dude, look at Kyle Rittenhouse's face here. He's just like, just tapping his leg.
Thanks a lot, Barack, and your buddy Mike, and your two fake daughters. And if I'm wrong, somebody show me a picture of Mike Obama pregnant.
Michelle. Ted Nugent claims that Michelle Obama is a man named Mike. Trans man named Mike. How whacked out is that, man? That is just disgusting and sad. And for the record, there are pictures of Michelle Obama pregnant with her kids. They're all over the place. They're not hard to find. Does Ted, well, I don't care if you're just 13, Nugent, care if there are pictures of Michelle Obama pregnant? No, he doesn't care. What he cares about is convincing people that Michelle Obama is trans, disgustingly. It's honestly sad. It's honestly sad. So anyway, back to Shane Vaughn, the ultimate point of this entire story here. He released a new video early March 2024 about Barack Obama, justifying Trump's extreme behavior because he needed to be extreme to reverse all the extreme things that Barack Hussein, gay, raised by trans people, Obama did.
Raised up Barack Hussein, gay, raised by transgenders, Obama. Obama brought such extremity to the nation.
He brought such extremity. Okay, extremity is a different word. But all right, whatever. You know what? Not going to be a grammar Nazi. Go on.
That God had to reach down and raise up another extreme. And that's why I tell you that Barack is who created Donald Trump. Because anytime the devil makes a move, Yahweh, God, makes an even bigger move.
Why is there even like a supposed battle happening right now? I don't understand. Doesn't God already know what Satan's going to do like way ahead of time because he's clairvoyant or whatever? Why is Satan even bothering? And why did God write his playbook down like for everybody to just read? Like, doesn't Satan have a copy of the Bible? Can't he just read what God's plans are or whatever? Is there a possibility that like Satan might win this war? Should I be hedging my bets here? Something's telling me maybe I should. Maybe we should be siding with Satan instead of God, right? That's the clip I wanted to talk about, but for good measure, let me show you the clip from which the intro came. This is the clip that I got the intro from right here. This is from June 1st, 2023. Check this out.
Can I explain something in case y'all don't know this?
Please.
The little LBGTQSers and who all they are don't have jobs. You understand?
Yeah, so gay people don't contribute to the economy to any degree, ever, at all. It's forbidden. All they do is sit around and smoke weed, right? Gay people, trans people, anybody in that community, they all just smoke weed. And don't contribute to the economy. Oh, except for buying the weed. I guess they're kind of contributing that way.
And right? They smoke weed from the time they get up to the time they go to bed in their mother's basement. That's your little rainbow people.
Oh, they live in their mother's basement. Okay, he's adding canon. He's adding head canon to this. Interesting.
The little rainbow people, they don't go to jobs because they can't mind bosses. Nobody's going to tell them what to do. So now Target knows that the LGBTQTIFZ and O, those people have to shoplift because they don't have money.
Oh, and that's why Target put an LGBT section there, because they know that gay people don't have money, so they have to shoplift everything. And Target really wants people to shoplift, right? Obviously. So they put a section there specifically for gay people to shoplift from. This is making complete sense so far. Okay, go on.
Because they don't have money. You know, they just live kumbaya. They think boys are girls, girls are boys. They think money falls on trees. So Target hates you because they know you've got the power.
You've got the power to what?
You middle-aged, conservative Christians, you got this. Yeah, they know it, and they hate you because they have to bow down to you.
Okay, then. Thank you for your input there, Shane, on the LBGTQIA plus community and how they're broke and they smoke weed and they live in their mom's basement. You know, that honestly doesn't sound like a bad life if you can swing it. But sadly, most people can't, and that's neither here nor there. This dude is absolutely terrible in every way. At least we know his position on Barack Obama's parents, though. Apparently, he thinks they're trans. I didn't know anything. I hadn't heard that conspiracy theory. That's a new one to me. So thank you for giving me a brand new conspiracy theory to read about and look up and dig through, Shane. I really appreciate that one. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. This dude is something else.